Now this is what drifting is all about. Drifting by yourself is cool, and it gets you acquainted with taking a car sideways and going really fast. But the next step and the best part of drifting is tandeming. If you're a non-car person or you're not into drifting, tandeming is like dance. Two people on a stage, or in this case a track, trying to demonstrate the best of their abilities to fit the lines, or I guess in dance choreography, to be judged by judges, and whoever gets a higher score and is deemed better wins. But the big problem a lot of people have with tandeming is crashing. Now, it's super easy to crash into the person in front of you, so this video is a couple demonstrations of what not to do and what to do in order not to crash into the person in front of you. And of course, we're going to be using the sim in this case, so we don't destroy our $15,000 KAT 240SX. So jumping right into it, we see this picture of the CFR Nissan Z with X's in the front and rear of the car, and these places is where you shouldn't be when you are tandeming. Reason being is, if you're in these places, you could either A, choke yourself up and not be able to tandem well, or have to have a lot of corrections, or B, be too far back and possibly go off the track, go into a wall, something that you don't want to be in. And then this X and the circle around it, so that perimeter around the X surrounded by the circle, is where you should be aiming with your car. The front end of the door, it could be like the back of the front fender or the middle of the door, somewhere around there is your sweet spot when it comes to tandeming. Car positioning is extremely key when it comes to tandeming, just to make sure you are in the right place, so you're not A, having too many corrections, or B, be in the wrong place at the wrong time, possibly hitting the car in front of you or hitting a wall behind you or even in front of you once again. So the first thing I want to hit on is not getting enough room in transition. So that, as you can see here, I was too far forward, I go off track, and in real life I probably would have been in the wall. And here I hit the person in front of me and then I slam into them just because I am off. And the main reason is once again car positioning. My car is too far forward relative to their car, which causes me to hit them. As you can see here, once again, I don't transition, give enough space, and I hit the car in front of me. So let's slow it down a bit and really dive deep into how I do this run correctly. So as you can see, I'm aiming towards the front of the door, more back of the door, because this is a bigger car. I have a little bit of left foot brake to slow myself down, pull myself back, and as you can see, I get right into the pocket in the transition, and after the transition into this final corner at Utah Motorsports Campus, I am right on the door in the pocket of this Mustang in front of me. The reason being is, during transition, my car was positioned correctly, far enough back to where I can transition right on the bumper, which is where you should be aiming for. The next topic I want to hit on is chasing a slower car. So the car in front of me has 700 horsepower. The car I'm in has 1,000 horsepower. And as you can see in transition, I have to over angle because I'm too aggressive right off the bat, and what that causes me to do is have to pull a lot of angle to ensure I don't hit them. As I can see there, a lot of angle, and here is an extreme case where I over angle and essentially the entire run is ruined. And then here is the extreme case where I hit the person in front of me, they go off track, I go off track. It's a really bad day. So let's dive in a little deeper on how to fix this. So as you can see on the run up to the first corner, I am giving him space. I still want to be aggressive, but I hit the left foot brake before he initiates. I let him initiate, then a split second later, I just roll into the angle. I'm giving him space into the first corner just to make sure if he does slow down or if he's a little slower than I expected, I am behind there and I can come back up to him in the next two corners to get right into that pocket. So I'm still getting the proximity I need, just not with all the risk. And next up, we have hitting a person in front of you when they're in a fast car or a faster car. In front of me is Tikon Pileski. He is very, very fast, and as you can see here, I slam right into him and he goes off track. The reason being is I thought he was faster than he actually was, and as you can see again, we're going to see in this replay, I overcompensate for my slowness by cutting the track, cutting angle, and trying to get to his door, and in turn, I slam into him. Now, let's follow someone who's a little slower, but still just as fast. Peter Palinkowicz, and as you can see, going into the first corner, I am extremely aggressive, and this is only top 32. I dab the brakes, that's why you see the front of my car shoot down, but I am right there on his door, left foot braking. Now, What I do here is position my car a lot better than what I did with T-Con. The reason being is I'm not overthinking or overcompensating everything. And this is how you should go into every tandem with people just as fast as you, right? You shouldn't be overcompensating for things that you don't have to compensate for. You should be putting your car in the correct positions, as you saw before in the previous parts of the video, right behind the front fender or the front of the front door. And as you can see, this is a clinical chase run so far. I haven't had any major mistakes, and I'm right in the pocket on his door. This outside zone, I'm a little off and I have to cut a little bit of angle to get closer, but overall, this is a really good chase. The reason being is I apply the principles of A, car positioning, and B, not overthinking if the dude in front of me is too fast. Well, that does it for this video. I hope you guys gained some value out of tandeming in this video. I hope you guys have a lot better tandems if you were crashing a lot every single run. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next week for some more sim racing content.